And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
What's up, my YouTube friends, viewer subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. And the topic for today is know what to ignore. So, a while back, I did a video talking about ignore them, which means negative people, people that are doing nothing with themselves, people that are trying to drag you down with them or keep you down with them, all those things. But this one is for people that you're having physical contact with, which means talking to them. So a lot of people think like they don't have no power because status and whatever the case may be. But one thing everybody got is self-control. So, which means you can think for yourself and you can receive whatever you choose to receive when you're talking to somebody. So, which also means you can know what to ignore. A lot of times people get offended by stuff because, wait, let me backtrack a little bit. So, when a person want to get to you, there's only one way they can get to you. When a person want to get under your skin, they want to disrespect you, they want to talk down on you, they want to do everything to keep you down with them. What's the first thing they do? They use their words. Because that's how you can truly get to somebody. So whether it's like direct or indirect, it doesn't matter. People use their words to get to you. So with that being said is, you have to choose what to ignore. And I don't mean sit down and pretend to, oh, let me pretend like it's not getting to me. I mean literally not getting to you. Because like people will pretend like if something is bothering somebody, they can also sit down and pretend like it's not bothering them, hoping you go away. But hoping is next to failing. When a person want to get to you, this is why people will, like when you're in school, there's always that one kid that always want to say something to affect everybody. And why do you think, if whether it's you or somebody else, why you think a person keeps saying the same thing? Because they know you are affected by it. If you're not affected by it, then they won't say stuff. That's why if you ever had a friend and a friend know way too much about you, and then you guys are no longer friends, they know exactly what button to push in order to aggravate you. They know these things. So the power that everybody have. A lot of people think, oh, I'm fragile and weak, I don't got no power. No, 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 no. From you can control your own mind. You can choose what to receive, like I said, and you can choose what you want to ignore. That like you have to put yourself in a state of mind where like like you know what to ignore and it doesn't really affect you. I don't know if you guys are comprehending what I'm saying. Because like me personally, I always tell people things like literally when I say things don't bother me, like it literally don't bother me. A lot of people may think, oh, he's just acting like it don't bother, but I literally mean it doesn't affect me, like not one bit. You see, when your mind is focusing on something, all the minor stuff, it doesn't matter to you. If you are, say, if you got a big ego like mine, then if somebody's trying to belittle you, it doesn't affect you, because once you know yourself and you know your capabilities and you know what you could do and you already know what you want in life, there's nothing a person can say that can keep you down. Like people will eventually say stuff, but they can't get to you. You know what I mean? So with that being said, is you have to know what to ignore, because a lot of times people retaliate and they destroy themselves because of somebody else. Let me tell you something. People are going to talk about you regardless. It's going to be good, it's going to be bad. They're going to say stuff regardless. Always remember, you can't control what somebody else is doing or what they may say. You don't control that. What you control is what you make affect you. Yeah. A lot of people will be saying, oh, the person saying that about me, this person said this about it. Doesn't really matter. You need to ignore know what to ignore. That's the topic, sorry. You have to know what to ignore. A person can't get to you, bro. I'm telling you, they can't get to you. They can't reach you. And everybody that you come across, like it's simply human nature. When people exchange intelligence, they search for, when I mean, I keep on forgetting there's like different level of people that watch me. When I mean by exchanging intelligence, I mean searching for weakness. So when you talk to somebody, like every person that you come across, everybody, They search for weakness. A person may sit down and have a normal conversation with you, but low key in the back of their mind, they're sort of sizing you up, comparing, trying to find some weakness. Like everybody want to have something over somebody. If you don't believe me, if you walk into a room and there's like seven or eight, or it could be two people, they will look at you, they may talk to you, they may size you up, they may talk about who have the most money, who have this, who have that. That's life. That's human nature. Everybody size you up. They're not going to tell you, but they are sizing you up. So a person can't get to you if you ignore, or you know what to ignore. Bro, that's the key point in how far you will go and how successful you will be. Because, bro, this is how you keep yourself motivated and keep yourself pushing forward. Because if you get up every single day and you're like, you know what? I want to do this with my life. There's always going to be that one, oh, don't waste your time doing this, or don't do this, or don't do that. If you listen to them, you'll get nowhere. And, you know, a lot of times I think people have big potential, but the reason why they never get nowhere, that's the voices that they listen to. And I always tell people, before you, like, not say before, like when you ask somebody for advice or you need information on something, people put themselves in the position first before they give you a response. So if you want to do something, I would recommend it's best you listen to people who is in the same area as you, or people who are already arrived. Because me, I won't listen to nobody that's like, not say less than me, but somebody who hasn't arrived. Like, what are you gonna tell me? If you didn't buy a house before, I can't ask you. If you didn't buy a car before, I can ask you. If you didn't open a business, I can ask you, because you don't know. So if I come to you and I say, you know what? I want to open a, let's say a sneaker store for an example. Sorry, I love shoes. So let's use that. If you didn't open no store, you don't like shoes, you don't know nothing. What are you going to tell me? Oh, don't waste your time doing that. That's garbage. Especially if you ain't got no money. Because if I'm going to say, you know what? I got, say, this much money in my account and it costs this much to open this, or I will take out this much loan. You don't know nothing. So how are you going to tell me what to do in order to get? I feel like most times people listen to the wrong voices, and that's why they always end up getting nowhere. Like, that's the world we live in. People are getting nowhere because they listen to the wrong voices. And a lot of times people will belittle you, they talk down on you. That's because they can see the potential that you have and they want to keep you down with them. That's the world we live in, where everybody you come across that's doing nothing with themselves, they will tell you everything in order to keep you down with them. Bro, I'm telling you, it's real. So if you don't put yourself in the state of mind where you can say, okay, I will listen to this and I won't listen to that. Like me, every person I've ever talked with, I've always say, like, I'm not a type of guy to judge someone's, like, their mentality and their opinion, but I will talk with them. And, you know, it depends, like, talking to somebody, you get to see their worldview. You can see how they view the world. So I can sit down, I can have a normal conversation. Like me, I like deep conversation, and I always like to joke around with people. Everybody that know me personally know I'm always joking around. But from time to time, with one-on-one, we can have serious conversation. But bro, you have to know what to ignore. A person can't get you. I don't think a lot of people know how powerful they really are. So that's why a lot of people are really down. Like, when I mean down, I mean like at the bottom, getting nowhere, and they're fighting every single day to get somewhere. Bro, if you listen to the wrong voice or the wrong opinion, that will destroy you. Because I always say it. People put themselves in the position before they give you a response. If they can't comprehend what you're saying, they can't answer you. If they're not in the state of mind like you, like the mentality, they can't. If they don't have the same vision as you, they have no idea what you're talking about. Absolutely not. And your power is, you need to know what to ignore, because people, like I say, they can't get to you. Bro, if a person see you every single day, like say for an example, you're in school and every single day a person will come and they will say the same thing. Why you keep saying the same thing? Because they know you're affected by it, you're triggered by it. So if they want to get under your skin, they will say that. And then guess what? If they notice that that's not working anymore, what's their next step? They find something else that you're triggered by. You know what I mean? A person's not going to walk by and say, oh, you're attractive, you're beautiful, and trying to get under your skin. Absolutely not. That's like a compliment. That's like a good thing. You can't get under somebody's skin by saying, "Oh, you're very attractive," and no, 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 garbage. So with that being said, is bro, you have to know how powerful you really are. A lot of people, they don't know because to them they may think they're inferior to others, or they may think they don't have a status or title. So they think, oh, my opinion don't matter, this don't matter, that. No, bro, let me tell you something. You are as powerful as the next guy. Position and status doesn't define how far you will go. You know what I mean? So in order for you to like achieve something or do what you love and not care, you have to know what to ignore. A lot of people are so scared of what somebody else may say, but you have to ignore them. If you ignore them, they will eventually go away. And when a person can't get to you, they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do. But until you show some sign of weakness, or they can see that, oh, if I say this, then they're triggered by it. If they want to get you, all they got to do is say this in order to keep you down. What do you think when you share secrets with somebody, they try to manipulate you and tell you, oh, if you do this, then I'm going to tell everybody this, because they know what you're triggered by. They know how to keep you down with them. They know what you're affected by. So you see, if you're in the state of mind where you know what to ignore and you don't give people the upper hand on you and they can't get to you, they can't stop you and you're unstoppable. Some people, they know the potential that you have and they're like, you know what? If this person ever get a chance to break out of the 95 industry, we can't hold them back. Or let's say you're in a job and they may think, oh, if this person ever get a chance to get a position, then yeah, we're screwed. So in order to make this person stay down with us, then we gotta tell the boss this in order for this person to not be in a certain position. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's real. It's real. So whether acquaintance, co-workers, friends, relationships, bro, anything. It could be somebody you walk past every day and you say good morning today. It could be anybody. You have to know what to ignore. That's your true power. That's your strength. A person can't, bro, I'm telling you right now. No, there ain't nobody in this world besides the creator who can get to you if you know what to ignore. That's your power. You have to know what to ignore. If you listen to the wrong voice, you'll get nowhere. You, bro, I can assure you, you'll get nowhere. Look, if you don't believe me, look around. Look around. Look at all your friends who took advice from somebody else. Look at where they are. Absolutely nowhere. Look at those who say they wanted to become something and they're listening to people who are in the same area, or they're working with somebody who is in the same area, or they're working with somebody who shared the same dream or the same vision. Look at where they are. They're making progress because they're listening to those who know exactly what's going on. And those who listen to those who have no idea what's going on, where exactly are they? Nowhere. So if you don't know what to ignore, people will do everything to keep you down with them. A lot of times you may be in conversations or situations and people will size you up and you have no idea. But guess what? If you listen to everybody. Okay, use this for an example. If you got two friends that, you guys are all friends and you got two friends that's having issues with each other. If you notice, those two friends have different opinion about each other. They have different, same problem, but they have they will say they will have two different stories. So if you're that type of friend that's like level-headed, where you say, okay, you talking to them one-on-one, like, oh, what happened? You listen to that person's story. That person that you're listening to, they're gonna find every way possible in order for you to hate the next guy. And when you listen to the next guy, the next guy will find every way possible in order for you to hate on that guy. Bro, I've seen people try to convince me to hate on people, but I'm not the type to hate on nobody if they never do nothing to me. But that's the world we live in, where people will literally try to get to you. Like, if a person have a problem with somebody else, they will try everything in their power just to have you go against somebody else. So when you know what to ignore, a person can't get to you. Bro, a lot of times people size you up. Because when they're sizing you up and they're talking to you, they're searching for things that you're affected by. You know what I mean? So when a person can see that you're affected by something, that's what they go with. Because, like I say, people always want to have something over somebody. So if a person is talking to you and they notice that there's no sign of weakness, then they will keep searching and searching and searching and searching. Just so when things go wrong, like we live in a world where everybody is trying to protect their feelings, everyone is trying to protect anything pertaining to them. Everybody's trying to say, oh, I have my guard up just in case somebody say this. I'm not hurt. I'm not affected. That's the world where we live in, where people literally are trying to protect themselves, but they want to destroy others. How can you protect yourself while you're destroying others? So you want to know so much about somebody, but you don't want to say nothing about you, because you want to be able to say if things go sideways, you want to be able to have all this information on somebody to destroy them, and they don't know nothing about you. See, that's the world where we live in, bro. So when you know what to ignore, then people can't get to you. They can't, there's no way they can get to you. They can't reach you. If they're talking to somebody about you, they can't get to you. You have to know what to ignore. That's your power. That's your strength. A lot of people, they don't know just how powerful they are. And I've said this already. They literally don't know how powerful they are. Until you know what to ignore, trust me, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. A lot of people are in depression. A lot of people are sad. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of people are getting nowhere. A lot of people have huge potential, but they're sitting down in the same spot every single day, getting nowhere, doing nothing with themselves. Why? Because of the voices they listen to. I'm not saying you have to like ignore, say, people and ignore it, but you choose what to ignore. Because I'm the type of guy, if I'm talking to somebody and they're gonna, we're having a good conversation, blah 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 blah, having a good conversation. I like having good conversations, like I said. So if I'm having a good conversation with somebody and then out of the blue, they're gonna say to me, it could be anybody. They're gonna say, "Oh, why are you why you want to be a content creator? You're gonna get nowhere." That's where I stop listening. Because there's a difference between listening and hearing. Hearing something is like you go through one ear and come back to the other. Listening is when it registered because you're paying attention. So with that being said, is if somebody say that to me, then that's where I stop listening. I may be in a conversation, but I'm not listening to that. Because I know what I'm capable of. A lot of people, they don't know their potential. They don't know what they're capable of. So it's easy to keep a person like that down with them. It doesn't really matter who I'm talking to. It doesn't really matter what they're saying. The moment they come with something that's like trying to, like, I know when people are sizing me up. I like, bro, some people they knew. You know what I mean? So with me, like, for another example, I like shoes. If a person's gonna say to me, "Oh, you're wasting your money on shoes," I stop listening. Yeah, that's just the type of, I don't know. Like looking back, I think because I've been working with, say, like older people. Like I got my first job when I was like 16 back in Jamaica. So I'm not I think because of like working with, like, at 16, when you're working with people that's like, say, 24, 27, 30s, like those ages, when you work with them, you sort of adapt to the environment, and it sort of make you more mature, and you can comprehend and understand life better. So I don't know if that's the reason why I'm like this, but it could be. It could be. But bro, trust me. Trust me. The only way a person can get to you, you have to know what to ignore. A lot of times people say stuff and then, no, that's a sign of weakness, because that's the right there. When like you lashing out right there in that moment, that's how they know you're affected by it. If a person keeps saying something about you and you don't show no like, you don't show no weakness, you don't show no expression, you're blank, or you smile, they can't get to you. Even if it's affecting you, it's best you smile, because you want to know why we live in a world of lies? That's because people nowadays are using smile to deceive people. Smiling means you're happy and you're comfortable. But guess what? If a person is trying to get to you or disrespect you and you cover it up with a smile, it irritates them. You ever wonder why? Because smiling means you're happy. Smiling means you're not affected. And that's why we live in a world of lies. Because people can deceive you just by smiling. You can say, you can hurt somebody's, bro, you can hurt somebody's feelings. Or, no, other way around. Somebody can try to hurt your feelings and you cover it up with a smile. It irritates them because they're not expecting you to smile. Bro, you have to know what to ignore. A person can get to you if you're not triggered by something. If you truly have a unique ability and you want to do something and you're 100% sure that you can do something, it's best you do it. If you want to listen to somebody, listen to those who are already arrived, or those who are in the same area as you, or those who can comprehend whatever it is that you're saying. Then you will see a little bit of light. Then you start working on it. Then you start moving forward. If you listen to the wrong voice, you'll end up in depression, damage, get nowhere, losing everything. And that's the world we live in, where people are losing more than what they're gaining because of the voices that they listen to, because they don't know what to ignore. So my advice to you, you're powerful than what you think. The only difference is you don't know what to ignore. You need to, if you, I'm not saying you should turn down everybody that's trying to talk to you. But if you know when a person is sizing you up, and you can sort of feel like you can, like, people can feel a shift. So when you're feeling like somebody's sizing you up and they're trying to keep you down with them and all these different type of stuff, it's best you ignore that. Yeah. And I don't mean sit down and pretend like you're ignoring. I mean, put yourself in the state of mind where you know exactly what's going on. So, and you know what you're doing, or you know what you need to do, you know your capabilities, you know your potential, you know what you want to do with your life, you know what you want your future to be like, you know all this stuff, then you will be able to ignore those who are trying to talk in order to keep you down with them. Yes, it's real. That's the world where we live in. So my advice to you is know what to ignore. A person can't get to you if they don't have no power over you. If you ever wonder why everybody keeps saying the same thing, that's because they know you're triggered by it. They know you're affected by it. So they keep saying the same thing. If you had ignored them from the beginning, they wouldn't be saying it. Or if you start ignoring them, they're going to search for something else to say. So my advice to you is know what to ignore. Take your power back from others who think they have you like a bird in a cage. I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. I will be back talking and doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.